Hey, Scorpio, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your August 2024 bonus reading. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, welcome. What is coming in new for you, Scorpio? What is Mercury retrograde bringing up that's helping you on this new path? What's the action, the advice, and the outcome? Now, bottom of the deck, you do have detox, and I'm picking up on communication. There may be something that you need to say, something you're wanting to get off of your chest. There could be an important conversation coming in. You may be focusing on your health, or there could be a need to detox in the month of August. You're eliminating toxicity or unhealthy patterns, people, or dynamics that no longer serve you here, Scorpio. This is about healthy body, healthy mind, healthy emotions, finding and bringing more balance back into your world. It wouldn't surprise me to see a few fours in your reading today. This is also about withdrawing from drama, withdrawing from situations where there's no resolution, right? You keep going round and round in circles. And I feel like some of you are walking away. 8 of Cups, you're choosing to walk towards a new path. There is enlightenment also happening here for you. So what's new coming in? You have the card of action. This is taking charge, possibly that 4 energy of Emperor. This can be you taking charge, having more motivation, more energy, more vitality, perhaps because you're focusing on bettering your health, not just physically either, emotionally and mentally is showing up. This can be forward movement, finally moving past some of those obstacles. This can be energetic. And I'm also getting decisiveness, making a choice and sticking to it here. So there is brand new action on your part. Your energy is required. Your participation is required is what I'm hearing. But let's clarify the action. 10 of Cups. Some of you may quite literally be walking down the aisle with the 10 of Cups. For others of you, you're taking action to better the life of you or your family traditions, family structures, family dynamics. I feel like you've also worked on building a sustainable, successful life, okay? For your children, if you have them, for your community. There's something about you being well respected, Scorpio. I feel like you also have ventured off the beaten path. You've done something maybe even in a non-traditional way, which is interesting because the Pentacle realm can be very traditional. But I feel with the rainbow and the lotus, it's almost as if you went through a spiritual awakening, and some of you may have chose a new family. I'm also getting here adoption, or you may have been adopted, or perhaps you have integrated into your spouse's family, right? Or this could be a friendship that feels like family. It may not be biological or blood related. Now, 10 of Cups also has to do with emotional satisfaction in your career. If this is career for you, this is something that emotionally satisfies you, maybe even helps families, you help children. You could be a wedding planner, an event planner, organizer. You could be a family therapist. I am getting here that you help more people than just one. It's like you help a community of people. This may even be nonprofit work, or because you've been, I'm hearing a good sport, whatever that may mean, because you've been a good sport in a situation. It's like good karma is coming your way. When you get the 9 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups, this is emotional and financial success, or success in the material world, success that's going to help your family. Is someone thinking about going back to school, Scorpio? I feel like someone's a teacher here or a student. There could even be someone leaving the home and going to college. There could be a course of training, a course of study. Someone could be coming home. Okay, maybe this is a child who's left, but they're coming back home to visit. This can also be family vacations. You're able to afford some sort of pause, rest, and retreat, but also at the same time, you must be decisive and take action towards making that choice to go on a retreat, to go, towards what you want. This is really amazing energy coming in. I mean, Nine of Pentacles is creating a life that you love, creating a life of luxury, creating a life of abundance here. This is self-sufficiency, safety, security. For some of you, you may have been single for quite some time, or you have been building up your success and you've accumulated a tribe of support. And I feel that you're respected, or you're getting the respect that you deserve around a situation. Let's get one more card here for you. One more card, please. Yeah, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Your investments are paying off. Okay. Some of you may have almost given up, or maybe you did give up, or you put something on hold, you put something on the back burner, but because it's coming up around, back up around, you've decided to move forward here in a new direction potentially, or to approach it from a new viewpoint or a new perspective. Now, Mercury retrograde is showing up as the shadow work. So there's inner healing that is actually helping you, because this is in the position of how is Mercury helping you at this time. It's helping you pause, reflect, and take action potentially in a new direction that's going to bring you long-term growth and stability. Some of you Scorpios went through a very challenging relationship, potentially karmic, maybe even twin flame. I feel like there's been a lot of post-traumatic stress here, or there's been the ego had really shown through in a situation. You may have been dealing with someone's altered ego, someone's wounded or bruised ego here. It may have even been addictions, buried emotions, and traumas. And how is this helping you? Because some of you, you're taking action on releasing with the detox card and letting whatever the shadow is or was in your life, you're working on letting it go so you can manifest a new life. Look at what else we have at the bottom of the deck. You have detoxing, eliminating the things that no longer serve you, right? Ending cycles so you can make room for, new beginnings. And you're releasing yourself. Some of you, this could even be a divorce, and you may be going off on your own, or you're leaving behind a family structure. But whatever this is, it is for your highest good, because you're no longer investing in something that's, not serving you. You're taking action in a direction that helps you grow and expand, because there's a lot of expansion and financial abundance here available to you. So let's clarify the shadow. The Mercury retrograde is bringing in the shadow. King of Wands in reverse, Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay, wow. There is a counterpart here. Some of you are separating from, and how interesting that we actually see on the shadow work card, two of these felines, two of the cats looking directly at each other. So this is an absolute connection or relationship that was possibly marriage, right? Or it was like you were in a marriage. You may have lived together. Maybe you had children together. You may have really embraced that energy, but something didn't work out here. It's as if both of your wounds, both of your shadows had come up in this union. And for some of you, you may even feel at times during this retrograde that something of the past is coming back in, but you're looking at it from a healed perspective versus that painful perspective that you had gone through in the past. That's how this is helping you. You're saying, I'm not letting the wounded ego, sabotage my happiness or my direction, because I've healed from that. and you're not letting buried emotions stay buried. You're allowing things to come up and you're aware of them, but you're not hanging on to them. And that's how you know that you fully integrated the healing process here. It doesn't mean that you're never going to think about this person, or it doesn't mean that, you know, you're not going to maybe dream about them from time to time or ever connect with them again. But in the way in which you view this person could be different. Let's clarify. Spirit, King and Queen of Wands in reverse, shadow period. Are these two coming back together? Or is this, I mean, I feel the singular energy of the Nine of Pentacles. So I feel like it has to do with, you know, taking action towards this union. But what does that action look like? What does that action look like? Ace of Cups. Okay, it means keeping your heart open. You can keep your heart open by disconnecting and honoring yourself and honoring the other person, by acknowledging and being aware that your time has lapsed, or you make better friends, or perhaps this contract has ended, right? And there's a gift here in all of this. For some of you, yes, this could come back around, right? It could come back around if the both of you have had the time, if you've done the inner healing, which is the first couple of words on the shadow work, which this is showing up as a positive thing. If you've both done the healing inner work and this divine counterpart wants to come together with you, they've done the work, you've done the work, and you're both in alignment with each other, then there is an opportunity here for love. Take it as it resonates. Okay, I see it both ways here. So there is a blessing. There's a gift showing up here. Now, what's the action? Awakening, phoenix rising, reclaiming your power. This is a rebirth and spiritual enlightenment coming in. You're spreading your wings and you are going through a massive transformation. So with this shadow, this is like the devil mixed with, the devil is the shadow energy, but the awakening is judgment, right? When I've created this deck, I had major arcanas in mind, and the awakening is a second chance, right? So I feel like the action here is a second chance. It doesn't mean with a person that you've been with in the past, but a second chance at love, a second chance for bettering your health, a second chance to, you know, go back to school, to write that book, to take that vacation, to go off on your own, whatever it is for you. Life is opening up here, Scorpio, and gifting you, thank you. I just heard gifting you another opportunity to reclaim your power. And I was picking up on such powerful for energy here for you. So the action is awakening, spreading your wings, soaring to new heights, trying something new that you've never done before. Oh, wow. Okay. How interesting. I mean, that was new. Who shuffles with the cards up? There's the star, by the way, but we have the Hierophant. This is traditional versus non-conventional or non-traditional, right? This is our belief system, what you've been taught. And some of you are breaking through the glass ceiling of a belief that may have been caused during the shadow period, or it may have been something you were learning along the way. You may be a spiritual guide or a teacher. Some of you are awakening to your truth as a divine soul, having this human experience, and maybe part of that mission is you speaking up about something by sharing your story, by helping others. I feel therapy, whether you're a therapist or a coach, a mentor, a healer, a light worker, a seer, a psychic, a tarot reader. You are a spiritual teacher of some way, shape, or form. And whether this is professionally, it's definitely personally. You are the catalyst in healing, helping heal others, helping others heal themselves. But I also feel like you have adopted a new belief through all of this. And the action here is to claim this new belief as your new truth. okay, as your new truth. And that's why you have action showing up as the new, because this belief of yours is actually bringing in a lot of healing, right? With the star. And this is destiny. This is, the star energy here. We're just going to pull it out. This is not giving up on your dreams, but it's about learning and growing and evolving in ways that you never thought possible. Because if you're a caterpillar, right, you're on the ground majority of the time, or you're crawling up on plants. Yes, you can crawl, but you never know what it's like to spread those wings until you go through that transformation, right? Until you go through that spiritual awakening. And I see that you have. That's why there is a gift being offered here. And the gift is, when you spread your wings, to not stay perched on, that leaf or that branch that you've been on your whole life. It's to take your newfound wings, your newfound spiritual beliefs, your newfound knowledge, whatever it is here that you've acquired, take it and fly with it. Take it and shoot for the moon, right? Shoot for the stars. Because this is big. I mean, double major arcana showing up here. What is the advice? The advice is learn from the past. Don't live in the past. Okay? Because some of you, we tend to get caught up in the old stories, right? The old memories of who I was when I was 20, or the type of body you had when you were, 31, or that relationship that you had when you were this age, or you tend to maybe compare. I thought I would have this at age 50, or I thought I would be, living in this area. So try not to get caught up in the comparisons. Try not to get caught up in the past memories, and try not to romanticize the past as well, but learn from those lessons. This is 6 of Cups energy right here. Life story, reminiscing. The advice is to reminisce over the good times as well. And some of you are writing or are thinking about a memoir, or sharing your story, your heritage of some way, shape, or form. This is history in the making. All we have is the present. And I feel like the advice is stay present. Spirit, what do we have for the advice of memories, please? What's the advice of memories? 8 of Cups. Yeah, that's exactly what I was picking up. And it's showing up here in reverse. So it means that sometimes you circle back around. But where do you go when you circle back around? You go to the 7 of Cups, which leaves you feeling indecisive. It can leave you feeling overwhelmed and, feeling like, I don't know if I made the right choice, right? Or I don't know if I should really walk away from this. This can also be healing abandonment. It can be healing, the past, closure. And look we actually see the moon. Shoot for the moon, shoot for the stars. And he actually has a bit of a smile. It's almost like a bit of that nostalgia, like, wow, I know where I've been. I used to live in this home. I used to be in this relationship. I used to be, someone's best friend, or whatever it is. I used to be in that career, and it taught me a lot about myself, a lot about, who I am and what I will put up with and what I won't, and what do I want in life. And I feel like if you're looking back, it's only to remind you how far you've come. But he has the door open. You have the door open, and there's a portal towards your 9 of Cups. And I feel like Spirit is reminding you to take action towards your 9 of Cups. Try not to go back and repeat something. And if you are going back to a situation of the past, then there has to be a rebirthing of energy. You can't go back to the energy that you came out of, because that's how the story repeats itself. There has to be a renewed, healed, refresher type of energy. Spirit, what else do we have with the 8 of Cups? 8 of Cups, we have the 6 of Wands showing up. A lot of success if you choose to move forward. You have the 2 of Pentacles. There's that 6 of Cups. That's the memories. There has been a lot of pain. There's been a lot of pain that caused you to shut down your heart. 5 of Swords, King of Cups in reverse. The 6 of Cups says you're opening back up, right? You're opening back up with that Ace of Cups here. You've reawakened your heart in some way, shape, or form, or that is the advice. You are meant to evolve into a better version of yourself because of this, and you will be a success, okay? Or it will be a successful experience, even though there will be or has been some struggles and some challenges, okay? What is the outcome? We have education. The outcome is you've learned the lessons in the school of hard knock, right? You've learned valuable information to help you forward, moving forward. Some of you may even be contemplating going back to school, right? Or there's documentation required. Maybe you're thinking about getting your passport renewed, maybe a lease renewal. You could be moving or buying. There may be sellers, selling contracts. You may be thinking about writing that book or taking an online class, teaching an online class, studying, training, certifications. I feel like the outcome being education is not only are you book smart here, this is about you being street smart. This is about you having the experience under your belt. There's nothing you cannot do, Scorpio. So whatever small voice within yourself that is limiting you in some way, shape, or form, or telling you you can't do it, you don't have what it takes to go out and live the life that you want, I call BS. Because what you have below the surface is this new life bubbling up. You got to believe. That's the stars' energy, is belief. This is transformation. This is big changes on the horizon here for you. And it does require you to be open, to be flexible, continue to be the author of your life, be the author of your story. There's always going to be a protagonist. There's always going to be, a plot, maybe even a plot twist. But that's what makes the story readable, livable life, right? What do we have for education? Okay, I thought I seen the sun. Okay, there's the death card. Well, there's the sun. It's almost as if the flames are being touched. There's something about 5 of Cups. Okay, something about leaving the past in the past, ending, bringing in a new beginning here. You've learned, and there's the sun. Yes, I love it. The death and the sun. Look at all this major arcana. I mean, we have the star, the Hierophant. Okay, maybe not tons of major arcana, but I feel like some of the best ones here. The death brings some sort of ending, is actually bringing you towards your happiness. It was hard. It was tough, right? It's almost like dancing with the devil here. Your wings may have even gotten so close to the sun in a way in the past that it feels like they were torched in some way, right? It's as if you got too close to happiness, or you did get close to happiness and then it got burnt, then it got taken away. And that was the belief system in which you started to view your reality, through that lens of, if I get too close to happiness, it's going to get taken away, right? Spirit is saying here that you've learned some lessons. You've learned valuable lessons, and I have full body goosebumps here. You've learned about death and rebirth. That's why you're going through the awakening, because you're not letting that past energy say that you only deserve that one happiness, that one moment. This is the sun energy, Leo energy. We have Scorpio, you showing up here. This is all about happiness, success, good health. Life is good, right? It's healthy ego. We hear so often about ego death and all of that. We can have healthy ego, right? The ego is not going anywhere. It is part of the toolbox of life on earth, right? Just like fear is. But it's how we handle the tools that we have. We can have a wounded ego, right? We can have an altered ego, inflated ego. We can have a healthy ego. And I feel like there's something you have been guided to heal on such a profound level, because we have the shadow, which talks about the ego self. Some of you may even be studying psychology, maybe dreams, Sigmund Freud. You may be looking into the different layers of attachments, okay? Anxious attachment, avoidant attachment. The sun is coming out again. And if you thought that it never would after some sort of horrific loss or time of your life, that's a belief that your brain was telling you to try to protect you. That belief was saying, ooh, don't touch the hot stove. It's going to burn you, right? And I feel like you had filtered through that filter. You thought that everything was going to be a hot stove. Even that refrigerator handle, even that, the dishwasher, whatever it is in your life, you started to see through that filter that everything was going to burn you. Therefore, you didn't even grab it. You didn't even reach it. And this is saying you are taking action because the sun is right around the corner here. It's here, actually. Leo season, we're in it. But it requires you to end the thinking that limits you, the beliefs that limit you with that Hierophant. And it requires you to wake up to some sort of new truth. And the truth is that you are a divine soul that is meant to experience bliss and joy and abundance and love and happiness here on earth. Yes, you, Scorpio. Let's get a final message. What's the final message here for Scorpio, please? Boundaries. We have boundaries. You can be kind and still assert your boundaries. Boundaries build inner strength and confidence. It is okay to honor your needs and values. It is loving to have clear boundaries. Yes, it is. And that is what I have for you, Scorpio, for the month of August 2024. If you like the message, please hit the thumbs up. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell if you haven't already. And thank you so very much for tuning in today. Lots of love.